So we are live. What's going on? My name is Paul CQ.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple. Welcome to the Power Couple Show.
We are live Monday through Friday,
10 a.m. Eastern on Meerkat YouTube and the PowerCoupleShow.com. Yeah. So guys, welcome. Today is Friday. I am excited. The weekend is around the corner, and today
it's here. Actually, it's here.
The weekend is here.
Right here. It's right now.
Right here, right now. And today we're going to be talking about love language number 4, which is physical touch. Happens to be my wife's favorite love language. And we kind of been talking about we've been talking about the different kinds of love languages. We've been talking about quality time. We talked about receiving gifts. We talked about acts of service. And today we're going to be talking about physical touch, okay?
And we want you to know, man, yesterday we missed you guys. We missed you guys.
Yeah, we missed you.
Much.
We thought we were going to have a show at 10 a.m. and you probably thought so too because you subscribed. But what ended up happening is that we actually had a meeting with a business owner in New York so we were working something out there. And we weren't able to do it on time. And then my wife had an audition later on that day. So we apologize in advance. Not in advance, it's already done. But we want to say in advance, if it ever happens again, we're so sorry, okay? Yeah. We really are, okay? We really try to do this every day. I'm sorry, not every day, Monday through Friday. We're doing our best to really, really keep that up.
Yeah,
okay?
The only time that we can't make it, like I said, is if, last minute audition or meeting happens. And that's literally what happened. So,
like as soon as they scheduled it, we got confirmation that there's a meeting happening.
Yeah, but we're glad to be here today talking about physical touch.
Yeah, we're really talking about physical touch.
I can't wait to really discuss, the struggles we've had in our relationship when it came to this particular love language.
Yeah.
Because we've struggled with it. And, it's going to be an interesting show. So let's get right to it. We're going to start off with love words. Those of you who are watching the show for the very, very first time. We want you to know that love words is an opportunity for you to participate with us.
Yes.
Okay? This is when you're going to get with your spouse.
Yes.
And you're going to say, baby, I love you.
I love you.
Because that's the trick right there, right? How many times do we go around in our days and we just say, I love you.
I love you.
Hey, I love you.
I love you.
All right, good night, love you. Bye, love you.
Yeah.
Right? But have we ever really sat down and given the time to think about why we love each other?
Yeah. Have you really just asked why? Like when your partner says, I love you.
Do you just say, I love you too?
Or do you say, why do you love me? Like, why do you love me? Like you should be interested in why your partner loves you.
And you'll know that you really don't give it thought when you go, because I love you, because I married you,
because
right?
I love you.
No, like literally sit down, think about why do you love your spouse? Let me tell you what this does for your relationship. Number one, it shows that you're into them. Okay, you're paying attention, you're involved, you're watching what they're doing, and then it also reminds yourself why you got into this relationship in the first place.
Exactly.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
You down?
I'm down. Are you down?
Are you down? What do they got to do?
You have to text. You either have to call your spouse via Facebook message them, Skype them,
FaceTime them.
Do whatever you can right now. Do whatever you can right now so you guys can really get a hold of your partner and really just take this time to really honor your partner, respect your partner, and let them know how much you truly, truly appreciate them.
I truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Let's do it.
And just show them that you desire them, man. Sometimes we just want to feel desired. Okay, right. So we're going to do it. Don't just look at us, but go out there and do it yourself too.
And if you're single, look in the mirror. Yeah. All right, get in front of a mirror or get your camera open and look at yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because you do need to love yourself too.
Yeah, exactly. You need to love yourself. Baby, I want to say that I love you because you are just an amazing woman who always believes in me, always uplifts me, and always reminds me how powerful I am as a man. So I want to say thank you for that.
You're welcome, baby. Baby, I love you because I enjoy watching your relationship with God just strengthen. I admire your drive and desire to build and strengthen that relationship more than anything. Like I love watching you become, grow into the man of God. Like you are a man of God. You just continue to grow that man of God. It's beautiful.
Thank you, baby.
So I just love you for that. I love you for that. Seriously. Like I don't think I would be able to marry you if you didn't have that component. So.
Baby, I want to say that I love you because you are an amazing connector. And I think that, especially when we need to make connections with certain people, I just think that you have such an amazing way to really connect with the other person that builds a relationship that we need in our life.
Right.
And I think that had it been up to me, I'd probably make it awkward, but you just know exactly how to.
I got swag.
You got swag. Man.
Yeah. Baby, I just want to say that I love you, man. I love you, I love you, I love you because you're so much fun. Okay, you are so much fun. I had such a blast with you yesterday. We got so much done, so many big things accomplished, like things that are significant.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed the entire way. Like we enjoyed every moment. Whether these things come into fruition or not, like you and I enjoyed the day, and it's something I'm never gonna forget. It's something I'm gonna look back to for years to come. And I'm just like you're the best husband.
I can't believe you're a woman, dog.
No, you're a man, dog. I love you. I love you. You're the best. That's love words, man.
That's love words.
I get all mushy inside, you know?
Yo, what's up? This is the Power Couple Show.
Woo! Woo!
Live.
Monday through Friday,
10 a.m. Eastern.
On
Meerkat, YouTube, and the PowerCoupleShow.com.
Shout out to Nash Art Inc. for liking this and restreaming
Nash Art
this.
Inc.
Baby,
You rock.
You're the bomb. Baby,
You're
why
the
does
bomb.
everyone need to go to the PowerCoupleShow.com?
Not
Why?
Everybody doesn't need to go.
They don't
but
need to?
only those that want to go.
And why should they want to?
Because it's our way to say thank you. When you go to the PowerCoupleShow.com, you can get access to a free PDF, which is 7 ways to become a power couple. All right, so you can go out there and make your way out there now or at the end of the show. But we preferably want you to go after the show because we want you to stay here. Okay, we don't want you to go anywhere. All right, just watch it.
Just watch it.
All right, we love you guys, and we are gonna go right into it. We're gonna be going into the quote of the day.
The quote of the day.
Okay, of course, the quote of the day has to do with what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today?
Physical touch.
Physical touch.
You know, all right, you know the song, I like to move it, move it.
Really?
I like to move it, move it. Okay, well, in Madagascar, right? Like, I loved when they did their version. And I love that part when they're like, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. And so when I said physical touch, I thought of that.
Oh, really?
Physical-
I think there's another song that I thought of,
Physical
but I'm not
touch.
good with lyrics or remembering song titles. All right, so maybe would you do us the honor and share with us the quote of the day?
Only if you give me a drum roll. All right, you're a horrible drummer. We need to get you some lessons, okay? All right, so here's the quote of the day. The conversation
The conversation
between your fingers
between your fingers
and someone else's skin
mm-hmm.
is probably the most important discussion you can ever have. That's a good quote.
That's a good quote.
That's a good
That
quote.
is a good
Let me say it
quote.
again. The conversation between your fingers and someone else's skin is the most important discussion is the most important discussion you can ever have, okay?
Mm.
Let's talk about that, baby,
Yeah, let's talk about it.
okay? What do you think about this quote?
What do I think about that quote? I think it just goes to show that there's different ways that we can communicate. And physical touch is by far one of the things that are super important. I mean, back in the day when language was just getting started, I'm sure that physical touch had to do a lot with how people communicated.
Yeah.
I mean, and people still communicate that way. And I think that there's one way to say and express your love to your partner, which is by saying it. But then there's another thing that it takes it to the next level when you say it and when you actually go and touch them.
There's
what I'm saying?
there's something extremely powerful when you have your mind, you're saying it, so you're thinking it, you're saying it, but you're showing it.
Yeah.
When you can have all of these three together, I don't have to question, does my husband love me?
Yeah.
Does my husband care for me? Does my husband actually, want me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and this is something we struggled with. Oh, I got my name.
Oh.
This is something that we struggle with, and we had struggled with in the past because it was like,
Mhm.
I mean, for me, like, to me, when you don't show me that you're physically, engaged with me,
Yeah.
what it does to me is that I feel like I'm not important.
Mm.
Everything else is more important than me.
Yeah, and that's because physical touch happens to be your
It is. It's
your
my
number one thing.
It's my number one thing. Like, this is how I felt with my parents. Just like if you weren't physically there, I didn't feel like I was important in your eyes. And it might be important. It's just that I didn't feel it because that was my love language, you know, and this is a big deal. Think about it. All right, imagine having a baby, okay? You cannot verbally communicate with this child. I mean, like, you can say stuff, but it's not like they can respond. It's not like they really understand.
Mm-hmm.
You're just giving them a feeling.
Yeah.
You're literally communicating with sounds and feelings.
Yeah.
Like so if I go, hi, right, that hi is embedding a feeling, an emotion within them.
Yeah.
But they don't know that hello means an acknowledgement to say, you know, how do you even describe the word hello, right?
I don't even
you know,
know.
it's acknowledgement. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That they don't understand that. The baby does not understand that. They just understand this feeling.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? So physical touch, imagine if you have no physical touch with that child.
Yeah, it's gonna the kid's not gonna grow up the same way.
It's not.
It's not. As a matter, yeah, physical touch is important, especially in a kid's life.
I think it's a statistic that states that the three needs that a baby has is physical touch, like the feeling to be, they have to be like felt, held, loved, you know, like physical touch, that if they didn't do that, that they were gonna grow up with psychological problems. Like this is something that we need as human beings.
Yeah.
It's one of the most important discussions you can ever have. So physical touch is just
physical touch is important. It's powerful. It's one of the different ways that you can communicate your love to your loved one. And it's just important, man. I mean, when I think about physical touch, I mean, most of the memories that I remember have been not so much people saying it, but more me feeling it.
Wow, that's
one of the
good.
ways that I remember being loved when I was a kid, it was my mother. What she would do is that she'd like come and squeeze me and she'd just start nibbling on my ear. I know that sounds strange for some of us, right? But that's what my mom used to do. My mom used to that's the way she expressed her love. And I absolutely loved it. I mean, when I think about love, I think about that memory. And I don't even remember what she said when she was doing that. I just remember the feeling, right? The feeling is what really, really gets me to remember that memory. And physical touch allows you to do that it's a way to express your love. It's a different outlet than just words or gifts or active services, right? Not to say that any of those are better than physical touch or physical touch is the best one, but physical touch is definitely important, I think.
You know, that's true, because like some of my memories is like I loved cuddling, right?
Yeah.
Like when I was with my mom, I'd be like, Mom, can I cuddle with you? Like I just, oh man, that made my world when she would hold me, you know,
Nice.
or my dad, you know,
That's
would
sweet.
just hold me. And it's just so true. Like these those moments, they're fulfilling.
Mm.
They give you worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what it is about physical touch, but to me, I mean, it is like the most important thing. Like I'm still to this day a baby about it. Like I am, right? Would you say, like, I just love physical touch? Like, can you hold me? Just hold me. You know, like,
she loves physical touch, man.
Yeah, like it's the best thing. And when we have kids, I can't wait to give them that. I'm gonna create cuddle monsters.
Cuddle monsters.
I'm gonna be like, you don't want to cuddle with me, babe? Fine, come here, child. We're cuddling. You know, it's gonna be awesome. But you know, let's get into the challenge. You know, what were some of the challenges you and I have faced when dealing with physical touch in our relationship?
I think for me was the fact that I mean, I just wasn't doing a good enough job, and I started to pay so much attention on the business and getting things done that I kind of put you last. I started putting you at the end of the road, and the truth was that if I wanted all those things to really work and fly the way I saw them, I really had to show you love, and I think I've gotten a lot better with that.
For sure.
But
so
at the
I
time,
commend you.
yeah, thank you. But at the time, I mean, I was struggling with this, man. It was hard for me to say, man, I felt like you were actually you didn't understand me. Like, look, listen, we can do all that lovey-dovey, but let me just take care of this first.
Yeah.
Let me just take care of the business, right? And I was kind of putting you at the end, which at the end of the day, what I really wanted was you. So it doesn't make any sense for me to put you last. But that's what I used to struggle with big time.
Absolutely.
Big time. What about you?
For me, because I communicated my love language with physical touch, I thought he did too. So I abused it. You know, he'd be focused on something and I would become a distraction rather than, you know, he likes acts of service rather than saying, baby, how can I help you?
Yeah, I
Right?
love acts of service. That's probably my second one.
Yeah, because if I had communicated with his love language, I think, I'm not saying that this is true, I think he would have naturally communicated with my love language that much more.
Yeah.
You know, so if my love language was physical touch and I was having a problem with, baby, like, you're not giving me attention. I need you to hold me for a second, you know? I think that instead of me forcing it upon him, where I'm like, babe, you know, instead of me forcing it upon him, I could have done something like, baby, how can I help you? Or like, babe, I made you a sandwich, you know, hey, keep rocking it out. I think he would have been like, come here. And he would have done something like, you know, come here, you're the best wife, you know? And I would have gotten what I wanted in the first place, which is to be held. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's funny. Like, you know, so it's really important that you understand your love language, but you also understand your spouse's love language so you can communicate in the way that you both want. And what will happen is that your relationship just ends up getting stronger. This is why we're doing these episodes. This is why we're going in depth with this, because we want to really help you understand what each love language is. I'm pretty sure if you've been watching every single one of these episodes, I'm pretty sure you're already getting an idea of how you like to communicate. But have you figured out how does your spouse like to communicate? And what I want you to do is challenge yourself. Communicate the way your spouse wants, not the way you want. Communicate the way your spouse wants.
Communicate the way your spouse wants. Absolutely.
Because I mean, I feel like I've been working on this. I don't feel like I overdo it. Sometimes I probably do, but
yeah,
you know,
it's cool though.
There's just moments where I'm just like a baby. I'm just like, okay, seriously, I need you.
Yeah.
You know,
it's so funny. I'm like, but you know what? When I look back at it, it's like sometimes I do get annoyed, but like I wake up every morning, I'm like, wow, I really love her, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, she's such an affectionate person.
Yeah.
Like, as annoying as it is, like, the moment that you stop doing that, I'd be terrified. I'm like, well, okay, why did she stop? But I just love it. Like, I'm like so grateful for it. As annoying that it may, like, it's not like it gets annoying every day, but like, there might be some moments where I'm like
reading a book and I'm like
really sweaty and I'm like hot.
Yeah.
Like, no more, please. Like, but like, I love it though. I mean, I gotta say I love it. I mean,
yeah, I'm like this with everyone. I mean, obviously I'm more intimate with him, but like I'm like this with everyone. Like I love hugging people. I love, you know, like high-fiving people.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I think that there's just something very beautiful when you're able to express that you appreciate someone with a nice, man, you're awesome, or like, you're amazing. You know what I mean? Because I think since I met him, my biggest thing is that I want to make people feel completely different than when they first met me.
And that's one thing that she's amazing at. And
I mainly do it with physical touch.
Yeah, she does. Like, she absolutely does.
You're awesome. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate you. These are things that I do.
Yeah, she does do this stuff.
Because I just want them to know, like, I don't know, like, it's just beautiful to know that someone actually cares, and that's my way of expressing it, you know?
Yeah. Guys, you are watching the Power Couple Show live Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Meerkat YouTube
and thepowercoupleshow.com.
So we're going to get into the Q&A. You got questions?
We've got answers.
Put it in the comments below. And as we do that, Paolo and I are going to go into
who am I? Right? This is my favorite part.
Tell me why.
It's my favorite part is because it's the time we've allocated in the show to really speak life into our partner, right? And the reason why we came up with this was because in the Bible, okay, whether you believe it or not, there used to be two characters named Abram and Sarai. And in the Bible, both of these characters are very old in age, but there comes a point where God makes them a promise that they were going to have a kid. And now, mind you, they're very old people, I think like 80 years old, right? So, I mean, when you're that old, right, it's kind of hard to believe that you can have a kid. But it's funny because
it's weird.
It works the same thing in our life. Sometimes we have challenges or limitations that make it hard for us to believe that something that we thought was going to happen is still going to happen, right? And the cool thing about being in a relationship and being in a marriage is the fact that you guys have each other, right? And the most valuable resource, I really believe, is your partner, because your partner has the ability to speak life into you, has the ability to speak life, who they see you as. And that's exactly what ends up happening. And when God changes their name, changes it from Abram to Abraham, which meant multitude, father of multitude, and then Sarai,
To Sarah.
To Sarah, which was what?
Mother of princes.
Mother of princesses. And then what ends up happening is that every time they call their name, they call their name, and then right after their name, they'd be like father of multitude, Sarah, mother of princes, and,
Right.
and they start to speak to themselves this way. And what ended up happening is that it kept them strong. It kept the belief going. And it eventually had them manifest exactly what God had promised in their life.
And that's beautiful when you think about that. It's like, if I can call into existence what I believe my husband is purposed to do, and he starts calling me into existence, we will eventually become that. Because if you think about that, everything that you see manifested today that is tangible was first a thought and then spoken and then created.
Exactly. I mean, take a kid and have a kid be told that they're stupid, or be told that they're dumb, or be told that they're ugly. And the kid will begin to start believing it and transforming into that very thing. This is an important part, guys.
Let's do
We're
it.
gonna do the same thing, right? Make sure you don't just watch us, but even if you do watch us, take some examples that we say, and then take some time throughout your day. Maybe watch this, maybe rewatch this, maybe watch, if you're watching the replay, right? Find the time in your day where you can do this with your spouse, because I think it's so important to do it. I think so very few couples do this. And I think that it's an amazing thing. I think the most rewarding thing is watching your partner grow right in front of you, watching them see where they were and seeing them where they are today, right? If your partner is not moving, it's not growing, that should scare you and them, right? Because a relationship is meant for both of you guys to grow.
Word.
And every time you guys grow, guess what? You guys start discovering more about each other. So you create a new you. Therefore, how can you ever not be in love with a new person, which is a new version of your husband, or your wife.
You're going ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
You're so funny.
A new person.
Say a new person of your wife.
Yeah, I said new person.
You ready?
Baby, who am I?
Baby, you are a man. Wait, hold on.
Thank you, man.
No, hold on, boy. You are a man that is just so filled with wisdom, natural and supernatural. And I say that often because oozes out of you and flows into the life of others, and it transforms their life. You're amazing. Who am I?
Baby, you are a woman of God who has the ability to literally transform people's lives, because God has given you a God-given gift uniquely, and He's placed it inside of your heart.
Thank you, baby.
Baby, who am I?
Baby, you are a man with a magnetic personality that people just draw nigh to you because you have something that they're looking for. They're constantly asking you questions, and you're constantly pouring into them. They never take it for granted. They run with what you say. You're being sought out to speak all over this world. People calling you to say, "Hey, Paulo, I need you to speak at this event. I need you to speak here. My congregation, they just need to hear you. I need you to come." Because God is constantly downloading into you, man. You're an open book. You're so transparent. You're so pure. You're pure. You're a man. I love you.
Appreciate you, baby.
Who am I?
Baby, you are a woman who is in tip-top shape at its best version. And you have the ability to get people where they want to be, not just physically, but most importantly, mentally. And you have the ability to help them break through in different levels of belief. And your program, the best version of you, is a multi-million-dollar company.
We do two more? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go for it. Baby, who am I?
Baby, you are a business genius. Everything that you think of, every idea that you come up with, everything that you create turns to gold. People who own businesses are just calling you because you're like almost like a golden token. You show up and life is breathed into a business. You just show up and suddenly you revive a business. You are a business genius. Love you, man.
I love you, man. Baby, you are the highest.
Who am I?
Baby, you are the #1 most influential actress and highly paid actress, okay?
Thank you.
You are sought out by directors, producers to make some of the most extraordinary movies of this century, and you have the ability to use that same influence to impact and make a difference in this world.
Yes, that's me.
That's you, man. That's you, girl. Who am I, baby?
Last one, baby. You are the strongest I've ever seen you, man. You're so healthy internally, physically, mentally, spiritually. That's right, man. And I just see you becoming like this, just strong man, like for the rest of your life with no health issues. You know how to take care of your body. You're amazing. You know how to teach our kids how to take care of their bodies. I mean, you're doing things that you never thought possible were able to do, and you can do them because you're amazing.
Appreciate you, man.
Who am I, baby?
Baby, you are a beautiful, gorgeous woman that when you walk on Fifth Ave and you put on those shades, people just gravitate towards you because it's almost like you're like a magnet in people's presence. People just literally are flocking to you as if, like bees to honey. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
You're amazing.
Thank you, baby.
Love
Man,
you.
I love doing Who Am I? Is there any no one had any questions? That's all good.
It's so good, guys.
Shout out to Living Chick and Rebel Heart. You rock. Thanks
Appreciate
for being here. Guys, man, Who Am I is a powerful portion of our show.
Yes,
we
sir.
recommend that you do it with yourself if
Do
you're
it
single.
with yourself.
Do it with your spouse, man.
Yes, sir.
Call into existence the things that as though they are, man.
Absolutely.
Because it's just powerful, man.
It's
You guys
powerful.
are watching
The Power Couple Show.
live,
Monday through Friday.
10 a.m. Eastern.
On Meerkat YouTube.
And the PowerCoupleShow.com.
Show.com. Thank you for coming and joining us. We talked about love language, discovering physical touch, right? So if you're catching this at the end, you didn't catch it, go to thepowercoupleshow.com, watch the replay. If you're watching the replay, congratulations. We'll see you guys next week. Have a phenomenal weekend. And remember, most importantly, just do something that's going to matter, that's going to make a difference in your relationship, right? Compliment your partner. Love on your partner. Don't take your partner for granted ever. They're the most valuable resource that you have.
Love you guys. You guys are the bomb. Like tick, tick, boom. Peace. Love you guys. See you guys next week.